Actually, I was a little burpy. Chris, today's show should be a doozy.
They're all doozies.
I got a live therapist to come on to analyze your situation.
Yes, because I know. See, that's the thing. You know, I was having this conversation a while back. What the actual certificate or not the certificate, the degree means. Meanwhile, I don't have a degree, but I could tell you, yes, I have a condition. But you need to hear it from a person that has a degree on the matter. It's up to you, Louis. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I know.
You know what, Chris?
I know my truth. What?
You know what, Chris? Hold on one second. But give me 1 second. So what are you saying that what are you saying exactly that you have? So
okay. I have a condition. I was criticized yesterday. I was made fun of my condition. My condition being I stutter.
So, and you were never diagnosed with this so-called condition?
My mom didn't believe in hospitals or doctors. That's why I'm the man that I am today.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're a fool. Hold on 1 second, Chris. I'm going to see if I can find something.
A licensed therapist? Of course you're going to find it, because that's what we do.
Oh, man. Oh, so now this is part of the whole conspiracy theory of all right. So I'm going to do a quick YouTube search. How to diagnose what's called a speech impediment?
Yeah, that is a speech impediment. And it's connected to the brain, by the way. Just so you know. You can laugh all you want, Louis. This is not going to go over well with the sponsors. You can't be laughing at a person that has a condition like I do.
Yo, Chris, let's get to the shit. I'm not laughing at the people that actually have this impairment. Huh?
I am the people that have a speech impediment.
Okay.
You're laughing. That's not right.
No, brother. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at you because
I just think that it's not right. You know, but at the end of the day, I live my life this way, and I understand there's ignorant people out there, so I don't really care. If there is a fix for what I have, you know, I'll dib and dab into it to see, you know. But I just don't like being made fun of because of my condition.
Okay.
And go ahead.
I'm gonna play something for you. I'm trying to find the shortest clip, but this is I would assume, and let me know if I'm wrong, that you have what's called a functional speech disorder. Would you say, because you are functional, you could communicate? It doesn't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here we have a short video clip, and this is by Joseph Duffy.
See, the problem with this is you're shooting off the cuff. When you're dealing with a serious topic like we're dealing with now, you can't just click on Google or on YouTube and say, okay, I'm going to go with what this guy says. You need to do an extensive extensive research to make sure that at least 3 to 5 professionals agree.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to play it right now. So let me know if you can hear it, and please try not to speak over it.
Go ahead.
Your hearing is good, though, right?
I can't. Yeah, my hearing is fine. Well,
okay.
One of my ears is fine. The other one, I had an altercation back in '97.
Niño, tú estás colectando cheque. Aquí vamos a ver.
You know,
Never mind. I thought she was gonna go straight into it, but it's like a.
She's not. Listen. This is why you have to do your home. You have to do your homework and research, Louis. You can't just shoot off the cuff.
You're not giving me anything, Christian. You just tell me we have to analyze. We have to break it down. We have to understand. condition.
A
But
lot of
why
people
is the
say,
handicap?
may I speak?
Well, you should think about what you want to say first.
What I'm saying is a lot of people have conditions and say they have conditions. You're right. But you could actually see my condition. You could hear my condition.
When you breathe hard, obesity.
And no. That's
That's something else.
that's because I have an iron lung. That's not what I'm saying is it's a condition. You see it, you hear it. You can't make fun of it. I'm not making this up. I don't use it as a crutch. When have I said anything about my stuttering?
Whoa,
I don't say it. I don't mention. I don't.
Well, before you paint me in some light, I didn't make no fun of it. I never made fun of it.
But Marcus did. And when I told you about it,
No.
you started laughing and you started accusing me that I didn't have a condition.
No, because I think there's people with genuine speech impediments that would be upset that you would classify yourself as having a speech impediment when that's not the case, Chris. You know how hard it is for people with speech impediments to get their thoughts across and speak? It's difficult.
And sometimes it happens to me. It almost did just now. I'm fighting very hard for it not to happen. But you know what? Let's talk about amputee victims, right?
Whoa, that's a different case, brother.
No, it's the same thing.
Because it doesn't come and go. That they live with that all the time.
Just give me 1 second, and you see where I'm going. You see where I'm going.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Now you have a person that they chop off from the knee down.
Okay.
That's an amputee. Am I right? Okay. Then you have a person that they chop the pinky toe. That's an amputee person. That's an amputee also.
Absolutely.
You see the different grades of it? They didn't chop off the half the leg. They just chopped off a toe because they had gangrene or whatever. But they still amputees. That's what you're failing to understand. Just because I don't have a major speech impediment doesn't mean I don't have one. Christian. But it's still a speech impediment. You see how I don't? If I get serious on this fucking show, we'll shut the whole shit down. Because you see my fucking you see how my examples work. Nobody could debate against me.
Some would say that you don't have a speech impediment. You have a limited diction. So searching for vocab.
Today's you on a roll today, Louis.
Yo, I'm just telling you what's up. Chris, you've been my friend 20 years. And this is coming to the surface now. This is coming to the fucking surface now. We have logged probably 5,000 hours of conversation. But yet this is coming to the surface right now.
Because I was made fun of yesterday about it. No, but I know I stutter. I know this.
You don't stutter. You just don't think about what you want to say, and it just flies.
It's a stutter. Is a condition. Are you gonna get the professional in now, or are you?
I emailed her. I'm waiting on her.
Give me a second. There's no link in the email. Did you email the right? Did you read?
Yeah, it's in the subject line. Tell her it's in the subject line. You know, I can see what she's talking about, how you get easily frustrated and you're very dismissive. You're an abusive. Let's talk about that, how you're an abusive boyfriend.
You know what I like about this? That how you switch. First of all, I'm not abusive at all. And how you switch it around.
Verbally abusive.
No, I'm not verbally abusive. You switch it around to get the spotlight off you that you made fun of my condition. And you know what? It's like you said. We've logged in like 5,000 hours of shows. This is coming up now because the thing is, I don't use it as a crutch. Listen, I have it. I deal with it every day of my life, and I go on with it. But
hey, Chris, we don't have no HR department. If you're looking for some type of payout,
I'm not looking for no payout. I'm not looking for no payout. What I need to happen is I don't need no payout or nothing. What I need to happen is,
and I can't get you a handicap sign.
I already got one of those. What I need to happen is recognition of my condition, and then if you want to make fun of it, fine. But don't dismiss it as I don't have it. I have it.
I think
That's all I'm saying.
I think you have a lot of conditions.
No,
But-
that's the only one I have. Everything else is in tip-top shape.
Chris, you know what? In this era where we live in, if you wanna have that condition, you want to be labeled like that. I have to respect that. So now,
No, I don't want
my
to be
intro
labeled.
for you is meet my stuttering friend Chris.
No. I don't
Hold on,
want
let's
to be
get the
labeled
professional
as
on. Let's
nothing.
get the professional on.
Oh, she's in? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Hi.
Hey, Tanya.
Hi, Lou. How are you?
Good. You think we can see
Babe,
you?
we can't see you.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. There we
Okay,
go.
here we go.
Hey, Tanya, welcome to Breeze Through This podcast. You're our first professional therapist. And the reason why I brought you on the show, Tanya, is because Chris is self-diagnosing himself.
Not.
Telling me,
No.
Chris, can I just say what I'm going to say, and then you can
All
say
right,
whatever
go
you
ahead.
want to say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He self-diagnosed himself, and he's telling me that he has a speech impediment. I said, who better than a professional like yourself to maybe help us diagnose his
She's
so-called...
She's a speech pathologist.
Yeah,
You
I know, she's a
guys-
professional.
You guys are hilarious, I swear.
No, babe. This is actually not funny at all. Because you was on the phone with me yesterday when another friend of mine called me and made fun of my condition. And now when I bring it up to Lou says, Chris, I didn't want to say nothing, but you do stutter, but you don't have a condition. So it pissed me off. So I said, I'm gonna get a speech therapist in here, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Hold on, you're so full of it. You didn't say. I said let's call the only professional we know, Tanya, to the show. And Tanya, what I told him was, I said, Chris, I don't think you have a condition. I said, I think what you suffer from is that you're an excitable person and you don't think your thoughts clearly. So you play double dutch. You just want to get in and you struggle to formulate your ideas. I said that is totally different from somebody with a speech impediment.
That has nothing to do with you being stupid, my love. It is true, Lou. He is an excitable person.
Yes.
And I think that he doesn't think what he's going to say before he says it. And that's exactly the reason why he stutters. But he doesn't have a stuttering problem. I don't think so.
So, what more can we do? Is there like a lick test or something that we could do
Wait.
to prove for him?
Yeah, I want to take a test because I know I stutter as a condition. I have a condition. I know I stutter.
It is a condition.
Miss Tanya. Okay. If a person stutters, is stuttering a speech impediment?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. That's it. Case one. I stuttered, so I have a speech impediment.
You know what, Tanya? Let me give you another example. All right.
Don't use my amputee example.
No, because
that's how I win cases.
That was horrible. So Tanya, obviously you and Chris know each other, and you guys go out to eat. You know, Breeze Shooters does not condone that because you are our chef and now residential professional. So when you guys go out to eat, right, and Chris is at the front of the line and he's asking for the number 7 and the number 5, is he stuttering at all?
Not at all.
Porque sabe que quiere, ¿verdad? He knows what he wants on the menu.
Exactly. I think it's just that when he gets excited or when he gets like he wants to get his word in before somebody does, he doesn't think things through, so he starts to stutter. But he does not have a stuttering condition. No. He wants to diagnose himself, really.
Oh my God. I need to know. That. Yo, look at that. Chris, I know you got robbed every day in school. I know it for...
Never.
Con ese DA.
All I want to say regarding my condition is that I need to see this lady's credentials because I don't like her assessment of it.
Chris,
So I need to see her credentials.
Chris, we don't do that. We don't do that with our guests. You treat them right.
I'll show you my credentials.
Wait. Okay. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting. I
Tanya,
wasn't expecting.
don't put your business out there, Tanya. Don't put your name and stuff out there. It's fine. How's everything, Tanya? How you holding up? You okay?
Good. Working from home, doing video therapy with the kids is not easy.
I can imagine.
They're 2 years old. They don't want to focus on a computer unless there's some little character that they love, running around. So I do what I can. I try to be as creative as possible.
I hear you, man. You're doing God's work. Listen, but there's nothing for 50-year-olds, right? There's nothing like that you can help them with.
I'm really trying. I think Chris is my first hands-on study.
Okay.
So he's, I'm really trying to get some stuff and.
Why are you mentioning me?
What?
First of all, I'm 8 years away from 50. That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
Chris, it sounds like a book deal in the making.
I don't know about 8 years.
If Tanya figures this out, this is a book for her. She's gonna write a book on you, a special case.
She's been wanting to write a book too. I always said I think she lost the bet. That's why she's with me. I wonder if the bet is over at 5 years. She's still got a year to go.
Okay.
I told you that in a year we have to sign the next contract. So.
Oh, okay.
The re-up year is always the hardest year, Chris. That's when she's going to start analyzing things. Why the fuck am I with him?
He does have a speech impediment.
Who?
Me.
No, you don't. You don't.
Babe,
I don't think before you speak, my love. But that is an issue, but it's not a speech issue.
That makes me seem stupid when you say that. It makes me look stupid when you say that I don't think before I speak when I'm very, very eloquently versed.
I wouldn't say that, Chris.
I could break it down for you if you want, but this is not a stuttering podcast. So when you do have a stuttering podcast, I'll break it down. What's going on aquí arriba with Chris?
It's in the front somewhere, right? The frontal lobe, where he might have hit his head a couple of times. Because he didn't wear the helmet on the special bus, so he needs that helmet.
Lou, stop making fun of.
I'm not making fun of. I think you needed a helmet because
they never allowed me in the bus.
I think your mom told me that you wore a helmet as a baby. No.
Oh really, babe? That's how we see. This is why there's loyalty does not exist anymore. Really,
no, my love, you have loyalty in me. I'm super loyal. I'm just trying to be
my
funny.
mom and you confided something. My mom confided in you. I still my sauce spot hasn't closed yet.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
No, but I think it's just that Chris has an issue with formulating his sentences. So, and
I don't like that at all.
Nervous. What are you doing, Christian?
I don't get nervous at all.
Well,
yes, you do.
I recall the story on I think it was your first date with Tanya. You couldn't put a sentence together. So she probably thought then and there was an issue. She said, oh, God.
I said, this man has a problem communicating. He has a syntax problem.
A what?
A syntax problem.
Well, now we throwing college words out there. And since out of this group, I'm the only one that didn't go to college, then now you trying to make me feel stupid for real.
You know, Tanya, on that note, te voy a dejar porque he's very insecure right now. And
I'm not insecure at all.
My baby is one of the smartest dudes ever. I love him. Well, especially when we have conversations together. Y cuando tiene vino, is even better.
Oh my God. He's Einstein then. I told Chris, I said, Chris, you're smart. I said, only if you use your brain for some good.
He's good with poker. He's good with poker, so that's good.
Yeah. He's like a beautiful mind. He sees the numbers moving.
Right in the air, right? I know.
Hey, shit. Is that, yeah,
I
that's
have
not
yet
nice.
to learn how to play, so I told him he has to teach me so I could beat his ass one day.
I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you.
Girls always do good on the poker table, especially the ones that know how to play.
You
Problem.
see? I think that's why. You know how long ago I asked him to teach me? And I think he's scared.
You know, it's more
Oh, all
expensive
right.
when you have a girl that plays poker.
Yeah.
You got to bring a bigger
I think he's
bankroll.
scared.
So before we end this
Think about what you
conversation.
want to say. Think about what you want to say.
See, I just stuttered again. Before we end this conversation, so what you're saying is that I do not have a speech impediment. Is that correct? Your professional opinion about my condition is that I do not have a speech impediment. Is that fair to say?
It's fair to say that you don't have a condition
Thank
with
you.
your speech. No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. He uses that very freely.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Thank you, too.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
Thank you for nothing.
Oh my goodness. See ya.
Bye.
Oh, that was funny. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Breeze Shooters, where the show that brings you news, sports, poker, and now we're diving into the world of brain damage analysis. I'm your boy Lou, joined by my very good friend Christian.
Yes, sir.
And we're back. So, listen, Chris, people go through their whole lives with actual conditions looking for a tag or a name. And
I wasn't looking.
Within 8 minutes, I was able to get somebody on Zoom to diagnose your issue. Oh.
Listen, Lou, at the end of the day, I know my truth. I'll leave it at that.
So you want to, well, you know what? Let's move forward because we're not going to go nowhere.
No, we could talk all you want. Listen, at the end of the day, you know, I believe I am an eloquent speaker, and I do think before I speak. Sometimes when I'm not in a rhythm, I stutter. I believe. Excuse me?
Like most people do, but people don't call it a condition. That was my
a speech.
when you're using that word.
All right.
There's people that have legitimate.
All right, so I should have said I have a speech impediment. I shouldn't have used the word.
No, you didn't say that. You said, "Lou, I have a condition."
I understand that because I believe that's what I was supposed to. That's what I had.
Don't short circuit on me now. Don't short circuit. So, Chris.
Shit.
So let's see. Let's see what's going on in the world, Chris.
UFC. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in real quick. UFC this past weekend. There was a fight. Very good fight. The underdog won. The favorite, Tony Ferguson, got his ass beat for 5 rounds.
Let me ask you, was Tony Ferguson the favorite, though?
Yeah, he was. He was supposed to fight Khabib.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But Khabib, something happened with Khabib that he couldn't make it back to the States. So this guy, Justin Gaethje, got in. Lou, when I told you, did you see the fight, Lou, or no?
Chris, let me tell you something. So I saw the fight, right? I'm watching the fight. Very entertaining fight. The guy, Justin, he's just landing shots after shots. This is probably like my second or third time watching Tony. I know he has a very good reputation as being a guy that's always going forward, great condition, and he can
Yes.
eat a lot of those shots. And they generally say Tony's going to get you in the late rounds because that's what he does, because his
Yes.
condition is great. So the way this kid was landing, I'm telling my son Lewis, I'm watching the fight with Lou, I said, Lou, I don't think he can eat that all night. He goes, Dad, this guy's a beast. He keeps on coming. And Tony was going straight to eating him. And then as the fucking fight is getting great, I think the knockout round, my fucking shit goes out on me. It was good the whole fight, and then it went out on me. And we're playing with
Get
it,
the
trying to get
fuck
it back. So
out of here.
I didn't get to see the actual win, but I did see the damage that Justin was doing to him. And he was landing some shots, man.
He was landing shots, and the shot the shot that led to the stoppage, he gave him a jab. It was a stiff left jab, and Tony Ferguson just shook his head like something was wrong.
It was that bad.
He shook his head. Now, mind you, just like you said, he's eating these shots left and right for the 5 rounds. But he was just getting fucked up. So now, they were saying, I heard Joe Rogan say that that Tony Ferguson Khabib has been postponed 5 times.
Really?
Yeah. So they're saying that, Coco Diaz was saying that shit is cursed. They shouldn't fight. Something's bad's going to happen or whatever, because it's been postponed 5 times. Tony Ferguson has been training to fight Khabib, a grappler, a wrestler. So even though this kid, Justin Gaethje, is an all-American wrestler, he fought. So they're saying that,
yeah. I don't think they went to the floor once.
Not once.
Yeah.
He said that not to make an excuse, but that he was preparing for Khabib. He has been preparing for Khabib, and it's crazy how this guy who's an all-American wrestler did not go into the mat once.
Wow.
And beat him bad.
Yeah, so you see this right here, what I have up? Tony Ferguson earns $500,000 payday to lead all salaries at UFC 249. Dude, a fight like that must have been a mega payday because everybody in the world was tuning in. There's nothing else going on. And you're right. It says Gaethje will go home with $350,000 in disclosed salary along with the interim lightweight title that sets him up for an even bigger opportunity to fight to face Khabib later this year. In addition to his salary, Gaethje also earned another $100,000 in post-fight bonus money for his part in Fight of the Night as well as Performance of the Night. Wow! So Ferguson made $550,000. The $50,000 for the additional $50,000 for the Fight of the Night.
So yeah, because that definitely was the Fight of the Night. So now they thinking that Khabib should. So Dana White is you've been listening to the Fight Island rumors.
Yeah, it's supposed to be McGregor and what's his name? The Cuban guy. We spoke about it last week. What's his name? Masvidal.
Oh, Masvidal. Yeah. Well, what's going on now is, I guess they bought an island or something. They're preparing an island to have international fights. Wow. Because it's so hard. He already sent a 30-page. Because the thing is, oh, by the way, one of the fighters in the car came out positive with coronavirus, so he was substituted. Me? No. He never. They were testing. Dana White was before the fight. Before the fight, Dana White was tested 3 times. They testing everybody.
And you saw how they were sitting. Nobody was really sitting next to each other. Everybody
social distancing.
They had the mask on.
Yeah. So everybody, there's hundreds and hundreds of tests. Production, the people in the back, the state commission people, the judges or whatever. So the shit is that now for international fights, because what they're gonna do is they have this island and they're preparing it, and they're supposed to be ready mid-July.
Wow.
For international fights, and that's where they say Gaethje might fight Khabib, or Khabib might fight, yeah, because they need with international.
They need a neutral ground.
Now, I think Trump is not allowing international flights.
Yeah, so they need a neutral area where they both could
They need a neutral area where it's not they can bring the international people, but the way Dana did it, apparently he says, listen, I lost 5.1 in gate in the stadium, but it doesn't matter because I have contracts with people that I'm supposed to deliver fights, and I know that the biggest contract that he has is with ESPN and Disney is $750 million.
Yeah, that's a big.
But he has to deliver X amount of fights, and he's way behind right now.
Yeah, but if he gets that island by July, he'll make it up because he'll crank out a fight a week.
Every week. As a matter of fact, I don't know how true this is, but I believe there might be fights this Wednesday.
Really?
Wednesday and the weekend also fights. He's behind, so he doesn't want to lose 750 million.
Yeah.
So he like he said, I don't mind losing the gate. It hurts, but as long as we do everything the right way, and we don't want to keep the spread of this, but basically the idea is to that fight island is gonna be up and running in mid-July, he said.
That's blood sport shit right there.
That's gonna be like that Bruce Lee movie, the Enter the Dragon shit.
Where there's only one way out, you got to beat everybody.
Yeah, you got to beat everybody. So I saw that kind of cool. I was gonna talk to you about something else also. A little bit. So they tested everybody. Tested Joe Rogan, Cormier, the announcers. They tested everybody. They give them the antibody test, and then they give them the coronavirus and the COVID test.
Wow.
And 2 days before they travel, they hit them again with the thing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. They're being very safe. They're doing things a safe way.
Let me tell you, though, I was really glad for the fight because it gave me something to do watching sports that it felt almost normal until I started looking in the stands and you don't see anybody. And
you don't hear the echoes?
Yeah, you see the card girl. She's like, who the fuck am I holding this card for?
So it was, and on a side note, and this got nothing to do with, but I did see it on the Joe Rogan podcast. Joe Rogan is interviewing Michael Yo. Michael Yo is a comedian. Also, he does a few things, and he got hit with COVID, and he said it was the worst thing. Now, what he's saying is that he said his doctor saved his life.
Really?
Yeah, because a nurse, he started feeling the symptoms, so he was hitting himself with ibuprofen and Advil and aspirin, and massive headaches. And then a couple of days in, he couldn't breathe. So his wife called 911. They pick him up, and outside they go, we gotta give him oxygen because he has a problem breathing. So he had double pneumonia with COVID.
Oh,
so
God.
So it was basically COVID, and double pneumonia. I didn't know, this is something new to me. You could get pneumonia in one lung. So double pneumonia is both lungs.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I just found that out. And
how long he was in the hospital for?
He was in the hospital for a period of 8 or 9 days.
Oh, that's not that bad. You hear people in there for months now.
But he starts breaking it down. I'm going to share the link with you after we're done. He starts breaking it down. You know how his doctor saved his life? the nurse said, we need to put him on a ventilator. He goes, if we put him on a ventilator, he'll die.
Really?
Check this out, Lou. I didn't know. I thought the ventilator was they put the thing and it helps you breathe. No, they put you to sleep.
Oh,
and yeah, the ventilator, they put you to sleep. So and now the ventilator is breathing for you. When that happens, your body gives up because your body says, okay, we're breathing. Your body stops fighting.
Oh.
So he explained, and I'm going to show you the link because he's going to explain it a lot better than I'm telling you right now. But basically he said when the people that get on the ventilator, apparently they give you this sedate you. I don't know if does the ventilator go down? Is that the tube that goes down your throat?
Truthfully, I don't know. I don't know, but that's crazy. So, I mean, what's the whole point of it then? That's just to buy you time?
Well, the ventilator apparently, the ventilator is to help you when you're not breathing, to help you breathe. So I'm pretty sure it's what I just told you. I'm guessing the tube thing. They put the ventilator on you. Like when I had my surgeries, I came out twice. I came out and my throat was hurting, and it's when they put that pipe to help you breathe while you're in anesthesia, while you're knocked out.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, I don't want to give no wrong information. I'm assuming that that's the same thing that they do with the ventilator, and so they put you to sleep and they let the ventilator breathe for you. What happens is the body says, okay, I'm breathing, I can relax.
I'm on cruise control.
Exactly. The body stops working, and now when they take off the ventilator, you're done.
Yeah. That's
so
crazy.
It makes a lot of sense. So his doctor told the nurse, no, we're not gonna put the ventilator on him. So it's basically like the way Michael Yo explains it is, when you're lifting weights, your muscles get strong. If you stop lifting weights, you lose muscle mass, and you lose weak, and you get weak.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's it. If the body does not exercise doesn't do the breathing on its own, it's gonna get weak. It gets weak, and then when they get you off the ventilator, it's a wrap because now the body's weak, super weak, in order to get you to. But I'm gonna send you that link, and I'm sorry I went a little bit. It was just so because before you called me, I was watching it. It was so interesting when I said, and by the way, they sent you home, you still got COVID.
Yeah, that's the whole point of quarantine is that you're supposed to go in lockdown, and it's almost it almost sounds like if you have like the flu or something like that, where it has to just take its course. The whole problem with it is they're trying to isolate you from other folks, so it just stops the spread. But I think those are in milder situations where your body's kind of doing its job. It's fighting it off. However, when you have those extreme cases where people can't breathe, then that's when they have to go to the hospital and they have to be, But a lot of folks get sent home, just based on their symptoms. They look at them and they're like, all right, I think you could, over time you'll get over this. You just got to go home and lock down.
Exactly. So that's what happened to him. He, they brought him back to somewhat, okay, now I go home, but he still has COVID. What they don't know is they assume he's not contagious, but he says, if I have it, I'm pretty sure I could infect somebody else. Apparently, he gave it to his mom. I'm guessing he's Oriental, he's Asian, so he's making. I'm gonna say he's gonna laugh. He goes,
"Who's that? That's Joe Coy."
Michael Yo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a comedian, right?
Yeah, he's a comedian. Yeah, he goes, my mom. I gave it to my mom. She had symptoms for one day. So now she called me and he starts mocking. He starts imitating like a Chinese voice, like, oh, you weak. I had it one day. You had to go to the hospital. You had it 14 days or whatever. It was it was he made, but he says the way he describes it, Lou, he said it was a horrific horrific experience.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine. You know, you know, my boss at work actually had it, and he had it because his wife is a nurse, and she was like really messed up, and it affected him not as harsh. So it's like everybody's different. It's just
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to tell. But Chris, in the news though, did you get a chance to see the news or hear the new 6ix9ine song?
I tell a nigga don't dick ride, don't blink ride, leave it to the double thick thighs, twin sisters. Drop it down and wobble, wobble up, mommy boot it up, she get down and gobble, gobble up, cause my money.
No, but I did see it, but I didn't click on it. You know how, I did hear he had a lot of views. He had a lot of people.
Oh my God. A lot of views is an understatement. This kid, his return, I didn't think it was going to be that big. So 6ix9ine returns with a new song. The Defiant.
I think it's Gooba.
Yeah, Gooba. That's the name of the song. The rapper was released from prison early. He was vulnerable to the coronavirus. He released his first new track, Gooba, then spoke candidly to audience of 2 million. I think that's on. He did like a live Instagram with his
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I'm trying to find a dollar amount here because my kids are talking about like he made a lot of money off this one song. The rapper stood in what seemed to be a small bedroom with a ceiling fan and a neatly made bed visible behind him at the start of the live stream. 2 women, pastel-colored hair, danced next to him and helped him remove heavy jewelry. He boasted a diamond-encrusted shark pendant costing $500,000. So he, I think right now he's on home arrest. But the kid is, I didn't think he was going to be able to do this well to rebound this quick, but apparently he
you know what it is, Lou?
back.
Times have changed so bad. And listen, at the end of the day, I'm not judging him because at the end of the day, he did what he had to do. And the people that I found out, there's rumors that his own gang was the one that tried to kidnap him.
Yeah. Those are the blood, but they weren't really. But from what I heard, so what he pretty much did, I forget the guy's name. I think it's I don't even want to give out the wrong name, but he went to like the leader of the Bloods and said, "Hey, I need some guys for my video." And what happened was the guy provided all these gang members for the video to make it look good, and then the guy. He's this hustler. He said, this kid has something here. So he said, hey, let me manage you. And that's how that union started. So 6ix9ine, I don't think was officially a gang member. He was just running with these guys, but they were all.
But he made, but that was the persona. Like I'm blood and this and that.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? So, and like I said, I don't judge him. But what I do tell you is, this times have changed so much. You know how many people got ostracized back in the 80s and before the 80s and 90s, that when they snitched, they like you were a pariah, like nobody wanted to deal with you or nothing or nothing like that. But I had a feeling, and I'm being completely honest with you, that when he came out, because these times, these kids are different. These kids don't have a code. They don't have, it's like the gentleman that we were interviewing. This mumble rap. There's no code in these kids these days. It's just, to me, it's just they just do what they do and that's it. And the things, the followers. Perfect example. A few months ago, Tyler the Creator, which is part of this new movement now. I think the kid is gay. Yeah, he is gay.
Yeah.
He brought out. He throws a big. It's like these concerts. He throws a concert, but the concerts or
That's
2 or
the
3
one that
days.
Drake was at.
Yeah, exactly. And the dude started booing, and the people started booing Drake
Yeah.
because they were expecting Frank Ocean. Listen, I got nothing against Frank Ocean, but he's no Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the movement. And these kids these days, they're not gonna say, "Oh, this guy's a snitch" or whatever. They're gonna back if he brings out fire, he brings out fire. You know what 50 did? 50 a smart motherfucker, bro. 50 brought up the kids' movie rights,
Smart.
book rights or whatever, life right, whatever.
He's gonna make
Of
money.
course he's smart. He's gonna make money. Yeah, 50's dropping dimes. This for life thing on ABC.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
going
seen.
really well.
It's going really well. I only read reviews. Power, he knocked it out the park. Now he's doing the BMF thing, the Black Mafia family.
Yeah, he's touching that.
Yeah, he's doing that. So it's just.
Chris, I'm sorry, we're against the clock here.
Go ahead, do what you gotta do. I'm ready to go. Whatever.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in, and me and Chris really appreciate the support that everybody's been giving us. I want to thank our guest today, Tanya, the specialist, for clarifying that Chris does not have a condition
I don't want
other than being un gordo.
Be careful.
Un gordo que le gusta comer.
I want people to I want our followers to write on the comment section. Do they think I have a speech impediment or not? That's all.
And we're not making light of anybody that does have an actual.
No, you make light of me.
We're just
if
saying
we lose sponsors,
it's going to
because
get another check, aka a check it.
Check it.
It's in the mail. But again, thank you for supporting the show. Truly love the comments you guys have been posting, the sharing. I do want to give a special shout out to Sunset Park. Am I saying it right?
What, Ben's?
Envy's page. What is it? Still Envy? Ben's page, because it's closely has the other name. The Sunset Park crew. Ben, thank you for the love, brother. Thank you for sharing us on your page. Truly appreciate that. And
He's lost a couple of people. He's going through it.
Oh, is he really? My condolences, brother, on your losses. Again, thank you for the love, and continue to support us. And the best thing you could do for me and Chris is recommend us to a friend. And with that being said, I'll pass it over to Chris, who will speak slowly and think about what he wants.
No, when I read, I don't stutter.
Yeah, go,
Ain't
Chris.
that some shit? We are all one. Yeah, look, I'm trying to be serious. It's a serious fucking quote here, man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead.
We are all one. Only eagles. I'm sorry. Yo!
Go ahead. We're running out of time.
We are all one. Only. Yo, Lou, stop laughing, man. Okay, here we go. We are all one. Only eagles. Only egos. Only egos. Beliefs and fears separate us. Fuck you, Lou.
He has another condition. He can't read.
I got nervous.
Yo, everybody, please be safe, brother. Take care. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace. Breeze.
Reading is fundamental, people.
Oh, shit. Now you see why you send your kids to school. Later.
Oh, shit. Later.
Oh.